This is a video from
Hello.
eSkills Zone. For more videos, notes, and certificates, please visit www.eskillszone.com.
Hello and welcome. Hi viewers. Today in this video we'll discuss one more built-in numeric function, SPC function. So here we will discuss how it is executed and how it is used. It actually is skip x spaces. X can be any number, since it is obvious from the name that it is used for spacing. X space is in a print statement. SPC may only be used with print, print statements. The argument n, so we can represent argument with n, must be in the range 0 to 255. So this can be asked as a question in your multiple choice questions. So what could be the range of argument n in SPC functions? So you should be mentally prepared for it, that it is from 0 till 255. If x is greater than the defined width of the printer or the screen, the value used will be n mod width. So we will discuss what is n mod width. So the format is format, and it will be written as SPS for spacing, and then parenthesis enclosed x. And the example is, viewers, we can type print. First we can type the word or, and then use SPC and then type 15. We'll pass the value 15 as x, like this, in the format, and then type the 0 enclosed in double quotes. So if we count the number of spaces, like from the letter P, so we can type like 1, 2, this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can see that till there you can have 15 spaces. Like this. And then you can see that over will be printed at 4 letters are there. O at 1, O, VER, over, and there will be printed like after 15. Right over here, there. So if you count that there are total 15 spaces which will be used. So now we will execute this program in the IDE. So let's switch to the IDE. Here we are, viewers. We will type print over, first enclosed in double quotes, SPC space For spacing, 15 is the arg value, and then we'll type there. And when we press the enter key, so you can see that the over there can be typed with a space of 15, so you can count the character right over here. If I took the cursor over here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and then 15, and on 16 we can see the there. So this is an example, so we can discuss more examples to understand the concept of spacing SPC function. So now we will write one more example to understand the concept of SPC function. On line 10 we'll type for x equal to 1 to 40 step 2. Line 20 we will type print SPC subscript argument x comma x. Line number 30 we will type print SPC x semicolon the United States. Line number 40 we will type next x, and on line 50 we will type e and n. Now we will execute the same program in the IDE of GW basic programming language. Let's see how this program can give us the output on the screen. Here we are, viewers. We will type the program. Line number 10 we will type for x equal to 1 to 40 step 2, and then line number 20 we will type print SPC argument x, and then again x, value of x. Line number 40 we will type print SPC x again, and then type semicolon, type double quotes close the United States, and then line number 50 we'll type next x to close the loop, and then type 60 the end. Now we press the F2 key. So there's an illegal function called line 30. So we're going to use the line number 30. So we will edit line 40. So we'll need to type the program, the whole program once again. Since for x equal to 1 to 40 step 2, line 20 print SPC x semicolon x. Line number 30 print SPC x the United States closed in double quotes. Line number 40 next x, and then line number 50 e and en. Now we press the F2 key. So now you can see the whole execution of the program and the output on the screen. Since we have used starting from 1 till 40 the last value, and there is an increment of 2, it means that after 1 there will be 2 will be added to 1, makes 3, and 3 will be added to 5. So you can see all the odd numbers on the screen, because the initial value was 1 and there was an increment of 2, means the first value was 1, and then after adding 2 the second value will become 3, and then after adding 2 5, and then 7, and then 9 till 39 you can see on the screen. But the last value was 40. You cannot see the 40 because after adding 2 to 39 it will become 41 and the loop will be terminated. So you can see the 39 as the last value on the screen, and you can see the United States statement is closed in the double quotes on the screen as well, that the statement I just typed enclosed in the double quotes, that was in the United States. So this SPC function can be used for designing on the screen, and it can be used with print and lprint, so it's very helpful. So let's discuss this program in detail in the text area. So I'm going to explain the whole execution of the program to you guys line by line. Now I'm going to interpret this program, and the interpretation is like on line 10. For loop is used with initial value 1 and final value 40 with an increment of 2, which means that the first time loop executed, value of x becomes 1, and then second time after adding 2, because there's an increment of 2 with the step keyword, after adding 2, the value of x becomes 3, and then 5, and then 7, and so on till the final value becomes 39. But since the last value is 40, and when loop tries to execute by adding 2 in 39, then the value becomes 41, which is larger than 40, so the loop will be terminated, and the value with 41 will not be shown on the screen because it is out of the range of the final value. So this is how the line 10 is executed on line 20. Print statement is used with SPC function with argument x, and then the value stored in variable x will be shown on the screen with space used with semicolon, because the semicolon is used to give space. So the first SPC function will put spaces on the screen, and right after that there will be space, and then x will be shown on the screen. The x, the value stored in the x, and then the first value was x because the screen range is not that much that you can see the first value, but you can see it right after the value 19 and then till 39 on the screen. So you can see that after giving the space, but every time you can see that there is this 19 is shown on the screen after giving 19 spaces, 19 character spaces, and then you can see 21 is after 21 spaces, 23 can be seen after 23 spaces. So there is a bit of 2 spaces after, you can see 1, 2, and then 25 can be seen right after having the 2 more spaces, and the 27 can be seen right after having the 2 more spaces. So every time the value stored in the variable x, like 19, 21, 23 is shown on the screen with the United States, the value will also be displayed with a little spaces of 2 characters, because there's an increment of 2, so you can see the space every time next value with a space of 2 characters on the screen. And the on line 30 you can see, well, I'm going to interpret it on line 30 again. Print statement is used with the SPC function, which will put spaces on the screen with value x, and as you know that value of x is increasing every time the loop is executed. So you can see the statement, the United States, on every next line with a character spacing with the spacing of, you can type like with the spacing of 2 more characters. On line 40, next X is used for terminating the loop execution. As soon as the value of X reaches 40, the loop will be terminated. Reaches final value 40. On line 50, END statement is used to represent the closing ending of the program. So that's all, viewers. We have discussed today SPC function with 2 different examples. One was very simpler, used with the print statement, used with the SPC 15 like this, and the second one is an example with for counter loop. It's a little technical, and I have just given the interpretation as well for your better understanding and knowledge. That's all. Thanks for watching.